is Mark Shoenagel. I'm the 3D evangelist for Autodesk Softimage. I represent the Softimage product line, and we're here today in Montreal to show Face Robot. At least today and tomorrow we're going to be showing Softimage Ice.
Okay.
All right. What is Face Robot? Face Robot is a very high-end facial animation system. It used to be a standalone product, and then just with this release of Softimage, we've incorporated it fully into the product. So it's just part of standard Softimage 2011. And really, what it allows you to do is take just any head, and within just a matter of minutes get some cool animation on there. So you don't have to build morph targets, you don't have to really worry about the animation side of things. You build a head and you essentially tell Face Robot how the head is laid out, and then it's a soft tissue solver. So again, you're not working with morph targets, you're more moving small points around on the face, which will control big regions of the face. So it understands things like wrinkling, skin tension, things like that, to really give you a very believable look very quickly. Through the history of CG, we've always been trying to make things look better. I mean, the early video games were pretty hokey, and now we look at video games today, and I don't think any of us could have imagined back with Space Invaders a video game would look like it does today. With very realistic characters running around and things like that. So I think it's just a challenge of making it more real. Everyone wants to be immersed in some type of a real world, environment. So if it's a video game, we need to build tools for that. We need to make sure the characters look right. I think if you look at characters in general, with the exception of feature films, real-time game engines, typically the characters' facial expressions are kind of weak, or the mouth is very, just a flapping jaw. And a lot of that's because of the time it took to make a convincible expression, face with a lot of expression. So what Face Robot does, it takes care of a lot of that. It makes it happen a lot faster, just to keep raising the bar, just to keep making things look better. Where's the CG pipelines going? I think it's always going to continue on the trek of faster and better. Who can deliver the best product, the best quality, fastest. And it's up to us, it's up to companies like Autodesk to deliver the tools to let artists do that. And I think, I know we've done a good job of doing that. I've been with Softimage and now with Autodesk for a total of 17 years. So I've really watched it go from, wow, look, a rendered sphere, to Jurassic Park, all the way up to Avatar. I've really seen a pretty impressive pattern of development and realism, increasing. So just better and faster. You can't spend as much time working on a shot as you could, and now the demands are that much more. I mean, it used to be a shot, like Terminator. The original Terminator had like 5 or 6, compelling 3D sequences in it, but we all remember the morphs, and we all remember that, right? And now, a good effects movie has 300, 400, 500 shots, if not thousands of shots. So it's just time trying to get the film or the game out the door. Yeah, that's an interesting question. Montreal is, like I said, I've worked for Softimage for 17 years, so I've been coming here for 17 years. I live in Los Angeles, so I do get to see a pretty interesting contrast. Canada and Montreal does a very good job of I think, educating just from a young age, the students. So you really have a good 3D community up here. So I think you have a lot of talent in that aspect. And then you also have an industry and a government that's willing to put some resources behind it. So, there's some big companies here in town that do all the cinematics, the games, they do everything. Ubisoft, they've got an amazing, all the companies have big facilities up here that really show off those, the cinematic pipeline and also the feature, or the game pipeline. And how that blurs, I mean, it used to be all the cinematics were all pre-rendered. Now a lot of it's in-engine. It's still a cinematic, but it's in-engine. So you're definitely seeing those lines blur. And I think as you see, I think back like Avatar, watching James Cameron direct it, and he's actually looking at the set through his camera. That's kind of almost using game technology for feature film. So there really is definitely some crossover happening for sure. I don't know when we're going to have that first feature film that's really just a game running. Maybe that's going to happen too. I would think we would see something like that, or at least in more immersive films. I mean, maybe a cross between a film and a game. We're almost there. That's a good question. I think it's just going to be up to the artists and the studios to tell us what they need so we can help them achieve those, but who knows? The future. The future is interesting. It's pretty neat that now Softimage, Max, and Maya are all under one roof. I think the 3 big packages. There are maybe some issues with that, or people may have had some issues with that, but having been now at Autodesk for about 1.5 years, it's very neat to see everybody working together. Where we used to have a lot of competition, we now have a lot of collaboration, and I don't think it's really harmed the industry. I think it's done some good things. I think on the Autodesk side, just being able to have all these talented people under one roof, all working together, being able to see, hey, this is how Max does it under the hood. Now we can see how Soft does it, or how Maya does it. So I think that's going to allow us to innovate faster, develop faster, get the products to actually talk together better, you know, make it so that they, you know, we can collaborate a bit more. So I think as far as the future, at least with Autodesk goes, it's, you know, keeping the 3 products going. There's no plans of that not happening, and just delivering the best tools. You know, it's really listening to the customer. We have to hear what the customers want, what the studios want, and we have to engineer that and deliver it. So the future is really decided by the artists, decided by the community, and it's our job to help get them through that or whatever. But I don't know. Hope that's a good answer.